Hi, Paige.
Hi. Hi, Steve.
Okay, I'm Steve White.
And I'm Paige Cree.
So I met Paige through a mutual friend, and we were invited to Paige's home for a dinner party. Paige has the most incredible dinner parties in all of Coachella Valley, and they're coveted by a lot of people who want to attend. And when Rosie and I first went, we got to sit at the little kids' table. We weren't invited to sit at the main table. But after a few times, we did get to sit at the main table.
Yes, they did.
And I was fortunate enough a couple of dinners ago to be able to sit at the chair next to Paige, which there's only one empty chair. Calvin sits on one side, and there's one empty chair. And I was honored enough to be able to sit there today. We're going to show you a little recipe for something that's kind of unique and special that I think you're going to like. So when I go to Mexico with my wife and we go to eat street tacos, which I love, and even street tacos here, which I love, they always put like the salsas on top, and there's some guacamole on there. And I didn't know that the Mexican people have been tricking us gringos with a imitation guacamole that contains no avocados. And so I found out about it and I was so excited because, you know, when you go to the store and you buy an avocado,
You buy them green and you wait for them to ripen, and then they're overripe. It's just so hard to time it.
plus the guacamole gets brown after a day. Oh yeah, and I love that. We love it. So
Okay, we're going to start with the calabaza squash and tomatillos. We use 4 tomatillos.
this is about 233 grams. This weighs. This is about 230
And how do
grams.
you pronounce this?
Calabaza.
Calabaza squash, great. And then we're going to do a jalapeno, and we're going to do a little bit of garlic,
Salt.
and cilantro, and a little bit of oil. And that's it. Okay, so we're going to start with cutting the ends off the squash. Okay, and then we're going to cut it long ways in half. And then let's go into 1, 2, 3. Let's put it in 4 pieces, so they're about equal size. Okay, and then the tomatillos, we're going to cut these in quarters. Okay, quarters?
Half is
Half,
fine.
let's go halves. Okay, maybe quarters on this one?
No, you have is fine.
Let's do halves. Okay. Thank you, Steve.
You're welcome.
Okay. Okay.
That's it.
Okay, we're gonna put it in the boiling water now. Okay, we're gonna put the squash into the water. And we're gonna put the tomatillos into the water, into the boiling water. And we are gonna boil them for 5, and put the lid back on. And we're gonna boil them for 5 minutes, not 4 minutes and 45 seconds, not 5 minutes and 2 seconds, but 5 minutes exactly.
Okay, Paige, one of the things I wanted to mention to you is a lot of times when people put something on the stove, they just crank up the fire as high as it'll go, thinking they're getting more heat, more heat, more heat. But what happens is when you do that, the flames go outside the edge of the pan, so you're losing a lot of the heat. If you feel out here, put your hand over here, you can feel the heat over here instead of under the pan. Just as a pointer, when you're heating something up, just turn the fire on so that it's just heating the bottom of the pan. It'll cook a lot faster and a lot better, and you'll be a lot happier.
You won't catch on fire.
And you won't sit on fire. Plus, the outside of your pan won't get all burned and covered with yucky cockapooey stuff. So we're going to take 1 jalapeno and a garlic, and I'm going to cut the end of the jalapeno off. You don't need that. And then we're going to cut that in half. And for this, we're going to saute this jalapeno and this garlic in a little bit of canola oil. You cannot use olive oil. It doesn't taste very good with olive oil. This happens to be canola. You want some kind of a vegetable oil that doesn't have much flavor. And maybe a tablespoon and a half. And it's very important because we're going to use that oil later, and it'll emulsify in guacamole and make it have that really good mouthfeel that guacamole has. Okay.
Okay, we're gonna take these out, and we're gonna put the squash and the tomatillos on a plate. They look perfect. This is 5 minutes exactly. Okay, now if you're making soup or sauce of any kind, you can use this water that we had the squash and the tomatillos boiling in. But we're not going to do that today, so we're going to pour it out.
So we have the jalapenos. I'm going to put those in the oil, and we're going to let them saute, and also the garlic. I don't want the garlic to get brown or too dark, because when you cook the garlic and it gets too brown, it becomes a little bit on the bitter side. So we're just going to saute it a little bit, and then I'll take it out of the fire. But let those go for a second. And I have it over a medium heat very long. There's the garlic. See how brown that got already?
Oh,
it
yeah.
cooks pretty fast. So we'll set that over here.
Okay.
Woo, get that heat. You got it? All right. Okay, how are they looking?
I think they look perfect. They
Perfect.
look great.
Put those on the plate.
Okay. Now, are we saving this oil?
Yes, we're
Okay,
going to
we're
use
gonna
that oil.
save the oil.
Okay, we're going to use the oil that the jalapenos sauteed in, because it's got the flavor of the jalapenos, of course.
Yummy.
And that oil also is going to emulsify all of the vegetables and give it that really smooth mouthfeel that you get from real guacamole. So we're going to put all these in the blender. Put all these in. This is the squash, the tomatillos. They're perfect. Good job. And the garlic. And then we are going to put a little bit of cilantro in there, and salt.
And how much salt is that?
About a teaspoon of salt. Put that in. Carefully, don't burn yourself.
Put that in on top, it won't burn
That
your
right in
vitamins.
there. No, put it right in the vegetables. So we're going to run this until it's smooth, and then we'll try it out. Let's turn it on. A little running.
You don't have to say like what speed or anything like that.
No, I'm going to talk about that now. So the blending of this, I guess, is a personal choice. Some of the people that I've talked to blend it until it's completely smooth. Other people tell me they like it to be chunky, so you see parts of the cilantro. But it's going to come out of here just like this into the little molcajete.
Woo.
The little molcajete thing, majig. Okay, we got it. This is the guacamole, imitation guacamole, that's made without any avocados. And as you can see, just from general appearance, it looks like guacamole. So when I'm going to the street vendors to get tacos, and I have this on top of the tacos or nachos or something, I think it's guacamole. And I've been fooled all this time. You've been fooled.
For less calories and no browning.
Now, this is hot because we just took it out. It'll thicken up a little bit after in the refrigerator. How is it? Better than the other one?
Wonderful flavor.
Good. So we'll have. Would you like to come over and have a little taste? So we have an audience of people.
It's a little warm.
Oh my gosh, that's absolutely beautiful. Look at that. If I saw that sitting there, I would think it was
It's guacamole. Now remember, it's warm. It's not cold like normal guacamole. But if you haven't put it in the refrigerator, then it's pretty tasty.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
right. Isn't it good?
Wow.
You would never think from those ingredients.
And
They
it's
taste so good.
It's not
That's-
spicy.
The best thing I think I've ever
And think
had.
about how fewer calories it has with that instead of the guacamole, instead
That's
of the
amazing.
avocado. Very nice.
Have as much as you like.
Waiting to know that recipe for sure.
Now,
Yeah.
well, it's gonna be. You can find the recipe on our YouTube channel. Look for the next video coming out. Paige has got something that's spectacular.
good.
You don't want to miss the next food video from Paige and Steve, right?
Chocolate souffle.
Chocolate souffle.
90 seconds in the microwave.
Oh my gosh. Okay, wait. See you next time.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
This is so good.
You guys are adorable.
Steve, you should